Hi guys, this is the Blon Z200, and in my opinion, one of the best budget consumer casual listening IM I've heard. Hi guys, my name is Ian. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I do mostly audio product reviews, and if you guys are new to my channel, do consider to subscribe and click on the bell so that you get notified of my future videos. Right, Blon Z200 sounds like the name of the model sounds like a sports car model, but yeah, it is in my opinion one of the best $20 IM for casual listening for consumers, you know, yeah, and I'm gonna talk about it in this video, and do stay till the end of the video because I'm gonna compare this with the BL03. Right, so it comes in a box like this, and it's retailing for $20 US. By the way, I'd like to thank Keephifi for sending this out to me. But rest assured that my opinions are honest and unbiased, and this video is not scripted, so they will be watching this video at the same time as you guys are. Okay, so nothing to talk much about the box. It's the same as the BL03. At the same time, I mean, it also comes with this canvas drawstring pouch. Yeah, don't really care about that. But what I care most about this is this IM. Now I just want to say one thing, a few things actually that I don't like about this. First is the cable. Now this cable, if you look at it, is thin, it's flimsy, it's a rat's nest, really hard to untangle, right? Next thing I don't like is the ear tips. Ear tips is a little bit on the long side, little bit on the domey side. It's not stiff, right? It's not hard, and it's not too soft as well. But it just goes into my ear too easily, and it doesn't give me a good seal. The next thing I don't quite like is the ear hooks, right? And you know, this IM is essentially a small form factor type of IM. It's not huge, so it disappears into my ear, goes right in. And this ear hook is a little bit too stiff, and it tends to pull the IM out from my ear, thus making me lose my seal. Okay, so not a fan of this ear hook, not a fan of this cable, but I'm a big fan of the sound of this Z200. Now, so how do they sound? They sound very, very bassy. It's got a lot of bass on this. It's a V-shaped tuning, and in my opinion, a well improved tuning as compared to the BL03, and also the driver itself I guess it's better because it sounds better. Okay, so this is a single dynamic driver IM, and one more thing I don't like is this cable is not detachable, right? You cannot detach this cable from the IM itself. So I wish that this cable is detachable so that I can change out to my own cable of my choice, but obviously it's not. Okay, so now let's talk about sound. So soundstage is wide, really nice soundstage. This is, well, at 20 bucks, this is amazing, right, in terms of the soundstage as compared to the BL03. Very nice soundstage, wide, deep, surround type of soundstage, very wholesome type of soundstage. The separation is good as well, surprisingly. So I think that in terms of soundstage, sound separation, and the overall cohesion of the room itself is very well implemented for $20 IM. Okay, this is a $20 IM. Now, detailed retrieval and resolution, on the other hand, it lacks a bit. All right, this is not a $200 IM. So detail retrieval, and also because it's V-shaped, right? The detail is not as clear, right? And the resolution is not at that level, right? But it's reasonable, it's good, right, for a $20 IM. For the overall package listening experience, is a very soothing and warm and casual listening type of experience. You will expect to listen to your songs in a very casual manner. If you are in the midst of doing your chores, this will be the IM to use, right? You don't really care about listening to it. You're out and about, you're jogging, it's got ear hooks, okay? Yeah, you're jogging, you're doing your stuff. This is one of the best $20 IM that I can think of. I mean, it's durable, at the same time it's cheap, so if you trash it, just get another one, okay? Sub bass. Sub bass is rumbly. It's got good, solid sub bass, and I would say the bass on this is one of the best at $20, okay? And it's got good extension, better extension as compared to the BL03, in my opinion, right? Very well implemented sub bass and the mid bass as well. So sub bass has got that warm note and very casual listening. It's going to be boomy for some, right? Definitely, some of you will feel that it's too boomy. It bleeds. Yeah, it does, right? It does, because this is a V-shaped tuned IM. Okay, the mid bass is impactful. It's got solid impact, very good punch, right? And I feel that if you are a bass head, you will definitely love this IM at $20. For the of course, the bleed of this bass, it definitely has a little bit of bleed into the mids, but I want to talk about the mids, right? The mids is, even though it's recessed, but it's quite clear, right? What I hear is that the mids are quite clear, right? It's got good high notes to it, okay? It's got good resonance, right? And good presentation of the mids. Pianos, the violins, the trumpets especially, and the clarinets, they sound really good and clear on this IM, even though it's veiled by the bass. But if you listen to some tracks that does not have much bass, this will sound good, okay? Vocals, obviously male vocals will sound really good on this because they are forward, they've got good presence, they've got good tone as well, all right? So casual listen type of presentation. So I think male vocals sound really good on this. Female vocals also, right? Female vocals, they have that little bit of sparkle there, right? And that was a surprise to me because I didn't expect that, right? On the BL03, I didn't really hear much of a sparkle. It's more of a darker bass, darker treble. But this one had quite a bright treble, okay, which helps the female vocals. So in terms of presentation, the presence of the female vocals is really good. At the same time, it's got a warm tone, warm note to it, and it sounds clear. Treble, and of course the presence of the treble. Presence of treble is really good. So it's bright, right? It's brighter than the BL03. It's got good sparkle as well on certain tracks, and it's clear. So I find that the treble on this is not lacking. Is pretty good for a $20 IM. At the same time, it's got good extension as well. So extension, the roll-off is pretty natural. Simple strikes and hi-hats, they sound good. They've got good extension. I don't feel that it sounds artificial. So yeah, no complaints for the treble there. Right, so who is this IM for? This is for casual listeners, as I mentioned, right? For people who don't really care about the details, don't really care about the analytics on how a track was being mastered, how it sounds, is $20, right? So $20 is more for, listening to it on the side, your rock songs, your heavy metal, your trance, techno, even classical as well actually. If you listen to classical jazz, or female vocal jazz, male vocal jazz, sorry about the leaf blower, but this is a garden, there's a lot of leaf blowing going on. So yeah, it's it's more for casual listening, more for people who don't really go for that critical listening. But that being said, if you are listening to classical as well, this works as well because it's got nice treble. It's just that it's not going to be as detailed and as resolute as the other IEMs. Okay, so let's compare this with the BL03, as you can see I have over here. So I've listened to this side by side. This has got a bigger and better soundstage, a wider soundstage, a better detail retrieval, a better sound separation, and overall a better presentation in the positioning of the instruments and the vocals, imaging especially. This one sounds muffled, and of course the bass is boosted, and it's good. I mean, this is a well-loved IEM, right? It's the BL03, a very popular one, in fact. But this one, I would say it succeeds the BL03. Okay, in the soundstage department, and also the bass. So this has got a clearer bass, a more refined bass as compared to the BL03, and the treble as well. So this has got better trebles, clearer trebles, has got more sparkle, is more brighter treble as compared to the BL03. So in my opinion, the BL03 now has been dethroned, and now the new king of the budget IEM for casual listening is the Z200. Right, so that concludes my overall impression and review of this Z200 by Blon. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and if you guys like this video, do give it a thumbs up. And also, I hope you guys have a great day ahead. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in my next video. Cheers.